Have you ever wondered who Francis Scott Key was, and why he holds such significance to the state of Maryland? Francis Scott Key, born in late August of 1779, was a man of many talents. Most notably, he was an accomplished lawyer, author, and the creator of the Star-Spangled Banner. Yes, that's right, the very national anthem that embodies the spirit and pride of America was penned by Key. But his story doesn't just end there. Key was a Maryland native, born on a plantation in Carroll County, and spent much of his life in the state. He began his career in law in Fredrick, Maryland, and later moved to Georgetown in Washington, D.C., where he established a successful practice. His legal career was marked by high-profile cases, including the defense of Sam Houston, the future governor of Texas, and his role as the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia. But it was during the War of 1812 that Key's name was etched into the annals of American history. Held captive aboard a British ship during the Battle of Baltimore, Key witnessed the bombardment of Fort McHenry. Inspired by the sight of the American flag still flying at dawn, he penned a poem that would later be set to music and adopted as the national anthem. Key's composition of the Star-Spangled Banner was not just a spontaneous burst of patriotic inspiration. It was a reflection of his deep love for his country and his home state of Maryland. His words resonated with the American public, encapsulating the resilience and bravery of the nation during a time of war. Francis Scott Key's influence extended far beyond his lifetime. His creation of the Star-Spangled Banner has become a symbol of American identity, sung at events across the country from baseball games to presidential inaugurations. His impact on Maryland is also profound. The state proudly acknowledges Key as one of its own, with monuments, schools, and even a bridge named in his honor. Francis Scott Key's legacy in Maryland is not just about a song, but about a sense of national pride and identity. But his name didn't just end up in the annals of history, it adorns one of Maryland's most important infrastructures. Often overlooked, bridges are the silent heroes of our modern world, connecting cities and towns, facilitating trade and commerce, and making our daily commutes possible. The Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland is one such marvel of engineering. Constructed in the late 70s, this steel truss bridge, resting on concrete piers, has long stretched over the Patapsco River, providing a vital connection between Baltimore and other key areas. Named after the author of the American national anthem, the bridge is more than just a piece of infrastructure. It's a tribute to a figure who played a pivotal role in the state's history. Over the years, the Francis Scott Key Bridge has seen millions of vehicles traverse its expanse, carrying people and goods across its length. It's a major artery of the Interstate 695, the beltway that encircles Baltimore and plays a crucial role in the state's transportation network. But the bridge's significance extends beyond the realm of transportation. It's a testament to the state's commitment to progress and innovation. The steel truss design, for instance, represents a time when engineers were pushing the boundaries of what was possible in bridge construction. Moreover, the bridge serves as a symbol of connection. Not just a physical connection between places, but a connection between the past and the present. Every vehicle that crosses the bridge is, in a way, paying homage to Francis Scott Key and the role he played in shaping Maryland's identity. In essence, the Francis Scott Key Bridge is not just a bridge. It's a monument to the state's history and its relentless pursuit of progress. It's a testament to the power of connection and the enduring influence of individuals like Francis Scott Key. As a testament to Key's influence, this bridge stands as a symbol of connection, not just between places, but between the past and the present. However, on a fateful day, this symbol of connection turned into a scene of catastrophe. An ordinary day was abruptly turned upside down when the Francis Scott Key Bridge, a stalwart of Baltimore infrastructure, was hit by the Dalia. This wasn't just any ship. The Dalia was a behemoth of the waters, a Singapore-flagged container ship with a history of its own. The Dalia, in a moment of unforeseen disaster, collided with the bridge, an impact that caused the large structure to crumble and collapse. The bridge didn't stand a chance against the colossal cargo ship. The force of the collision was so immense that it knocked out a critical support pier. The result? The once sturdy bridge, a lifeline for many, fell into the Patapsco River in a violent spectacle of steel and concrete. But what caused this catastrophic event? Well, it appears the ship lost propulsion, a terrifying echo of a similar incident involving the Dalia in a European port back in 2016. The ship's crew, in a desperate mayday call, reported losing power before the collision. Unfortunately, their distress call couldn't prevent the inevitable. As the bridge fell, a chilling reality took hold. 8 individuals fell into the water. Emergency services responded with urgency, deploying divers and helicopters to the scene. 2 individuals were recovered from the water, one in a serious condition. The incident quickly escalated into a mass casualty event, and Governor Wes Moore didn't hesitate in declaring a state of emergency. In the midst of the chaos, authorities managed to prevent further casualties by stopping traffic on the bridge, a testament to their swift response. Simultaneously, the White House kept a close eye on the situation, with senior officials staying in contact with state and local authorities to provide assistance. Federal resources were mobilized and deployed, and the incident, for now, is being treated as an accident. In an instant, the bridge that stood as a symbol of connection and history was brought to its knees. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, an emblem of Maryland's history and a crucial piece of its infrastructure, was reduced to rubble. The incident left the city, and indeed the nation, in a state of shock and mourning. But as we'll see, it also set in motion a series of investigations and lessons for the future. But this wasn't the first time the Dalia had been involved in such an incident. The Dalia, a Singapore-flagged container ship, has a remarkable past. It's not just any cargo ship. It's a ship with a history, a ship that leaves a wake of questions and concerns in its path. Let's rewind to the year 2016. The Dalia, then under different ownership, found itself in a similar predicament. On that occasion, it was the port of Antwerp, Belgium, that witnessed the ship's reckless dance. In an unfortunate event, the Dalia lost propulsion, much like the recent Baltimore incident, and collided with the port infrastructure. The cause of the 2016 crash was attributed to an error by the master and pilot on board. It was an incident that shook the maritime world, highlighting the potential dangers lurking in our waterways. The Dalia, however, continued its journey under different colors. After the Antwerp collision, the Dalia changed hands. Today it's owned by Grace Ocean Pte. Ltd. And managed by the Synergy Marine Group. It's also chartered by Maersk, a global leader in shipping services. Interestingly, during the Baltimore collision, Maersk Cargo was on board, but none of their staff were present. The similarities between the incidents in Antwerp and Baltimore are striking. In both cases, the Dalia lost propulsion before the collision, suggesting possible recurring technical issues. The Dalia's history raises eyebrows and demands scrutiny. It brings into focus the need for stringent safety measures and regular maintenance checks for these colossal vessels that traverse our oceans. The Dalia's journey from Antwerp to Baltimore is a stark reminder of the risks inherent in maritime transportation. It's a story of 2 cities, 2 accidents, and 1 ship. A ship that has become a symbol for maritime safety concerns. Each accident leaves a mark, not only on the ship, but also on the people and infrastructure affected. Each incident serves as a lesson, a wake-up call for the shipping industry to reassess their safety protocols and ensure that accidents like these become a thing of the past. The Dalia's history paints a worrying pattern, raising questions about maritime safety and responsibility. As we delve into the aftermath of the Baltimore Bridge collapse and the lessons learned, let's remember the Dalia's history and let it serve as a cautionary tale for the future. The aftermath of this disaster has left us with more questions than answers. The echo from the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge still resonates, a chilling reminder of the fragility of our human-made infrastructures when faced with the unforgiving force of a colossal cargo ship. Investigations into this incident are ongoing, with federal resources being deployed to delve deep into the cause of the disaster. The ship's Mayday call, reporting a loss of power just before the collision, is a grim clue that points to a potential technical failure. This incident shares an eerie similarity with the Dalia's collision in Antwerp in 2016, which was attributed to a mistake by the master and pilot on board. This raises questions about the safety protocols in place and the accountability of those in charge of these massive vessels. The cargo shipping and civil engineering industries are now under the spotlight. The incident has sparked a crucial conversation about the design and resilience of our bridges. The Key Bridge was not built to withstand a direct impact from a ship of the Dalia's magnitude. The violent collision knocked out a critical support pier, leading to the collapse of the entire structure. This catastrophic event prompts us to rethink how we design and construct our bridges, taking into account the worst-case scenarios. The local community of Baltimore is grappling with the impact of this disaster. 8 individuals fell into the water, with 2 recovered and 1 in serious condition. The state of emergency declared by Governor Wes Moore and the White House's close monitoring of the situation underscore the gravity of the event. As the community pulls together to heal, The efforts to rebuild and recover are a testament to their resilience. The impact on Baltimore's economy and transportation network is significant. The Francis Scott Key Bridge was a critical link, and its absence will undoubtedly cause disruptions. However, the city is no stranger to adversity and will rise again, just as it has done in the past. While we can't undo the tragedy, we can learn from it. And in doing so, we honor the memory of Francis Scott Key, a man who believed in resilience and the power of unity. The lessons learned from this incident will shape the future of cargo shipping and civil engineering, reminding us of the importance of safety, responsibility, and resilience. As we look forward, we carry the spirit of Francis Scott Key with us, a beacon guiding us towards a safer and more resilient future.